look so cute just sitting here.
Yeah, Miss Dede, how you doing today? All right, I believe live on YouTube.
What you saying? Excuse
We're
me?
live. We're live on YouTube.
Oh my god! We are live on YouTube. Oh my goodness. I haven't been on YouTube since 1947.
Well, is a
Seriously,
lot.
I haven't been. No, for real. I haven't been on on live on YouTube before. This is my first time. So if I misbehave, just bear with me. I have never been on YouTube before. This is my first time.
Fantastic. All right, so where have you been? What do you do? What have you been up to lately? What have you been doing? Or maybe you should just give us a brief introduction to who you are.
Oh, where have I been? Oh, okay. I am one of those women that I haven't been on social media for a while. I have been like off social media. You know, sometimes like life just catch up to you and you're so busy. And I'm a businesswoman. I live in Canada. And if you live in Canada, you know what the economy in Canada is, right? And especially when you are immigrants and you have your own business in Canada, you literally have to work twice as hard as any other person. So I have been working my butt off and trying to make something out of myself. So I haven't really had time to be on social media as much as I would like. And now you're bringing me to I am on live on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. So
Live.
yeah.
That's fantastic. Anyway, my name.
Oh,
I'm a
I forgot
filmmaker.
to say my name. My name is Almond.
Because we're. But yeah, I'm a media person since I've known her. Um, I'm also a media person. I'm a filmmaker. I like to do the technical stuff required in media for the most part. Um, so yeah, I'm a
No,
new.
no, no. You didn't even introduce yourself well. Okay. So for everybody that is on YouTube that is going to be watching this or that is watching this, let me tell you a little bit about the background about me and Dapo. We met how many years ago? About 15 years ago or 16 now in New York City. And I was the founder of African Connect. Then African Connect was a media was one of the first online media in of Africa in America, I would say. And we met through a mutual friend, and that boy he was so good at his craft that I wanted to follow over for him, like just for him to like be on my team. And okay, finally he was on my team. He was the DPD videographer and all that. Then we didn't even know what we were doing. And not that we not I take that back. I knew what I was doing. He didn't know what he was doing because he was in school. He wanted to focus on on school and all that. We used to go to the United Nations to do most videos. So we really have been in this when it comes to social media. Sorry, when it comes to social media, we really been on this for a minute now. So um I later moved out of New York to move out of New York. I came to Canada 2016 to start all over again. Um, Coming to Canada to start all over again, and I just didn't want to focus on media anymore because it was then, as at then, it wasn't bringing any money for any of us. I was literally paying everything out of my pocket, and I was so broke. I didn't have money.
That
We used to go to events when we are going to event. We won't have money to at the train station to buy our metro card. We used to we're the people that used to jump through the hoops just to just to go to events and all that. But anyway, I later got into healthcare. I have my own healthcare agency for the past 5 years. I'm one of the CEO of Mercy Home Care Agency in Canada here. Um, it's just been quite an experience for me to start all over again. And now it's like, okay, try to get back to first love. Let me see what it's all about again, you know. So if you're on YouTube, please like this video and tell me if we are doing well. First day, first day, first day. Okay,
First,
yeah, that's all to you now.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. It's funny that you said work, and it was all being funded out of pockets. That's one
yeah,
thing about filmmakers that a lot of people don't realize, that most of the film project that they see online are like independently funded, and to just put in that work, that resource, the idea, and everything, it's a lot. And I hope people get to appreciate that along the line too. Um, yeah, yeah.
yeah. It is
So
now that sorry to cut you short. It is now that you see that people are making money from like independent producers, like people on YouTube now, like create like they call them content creator, because we were basically what we would call content creator at then, right? Because we are
yep,
creating our own content and um filming every party that is A-list party in New York City, in Washington, D.C., in New Jersey. So we were basically what we call content creator at that time. But we were basically doing everything from our pocket. So I think maybe hopefully we get all the money that we spent back, trying to come back again if God willing. But we are not
yep,
soliciting the money. We have our own money now. Ha
yep.
ha.
UN, UN news.
United Nations. I would say that I can say we made a little money from UN because there was so many events we got paid for covering it. So we made a
Yeah,
little money from there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's something that I would like to do again if I ever get a chance to, because
See, you
equipment.
guys never appreciated it when we had it. When we had that platform, you guys like thought I was crazy. No, honestly, let me ask you, to be
Mm,
honest. Did you ever think I was crazy at some point?
not really, not really.
Not really. I think that you guys thought I was crazy because I used to just bring out something out of the blue and say, "This is what we are doing now," right?
Yeah, and that's entrepreneur. That's entrepreneurship. That's really. I mean, that's the thing. Media. You never know. You just like following your intuition or following ideas, and just be like, we could do this. Let's just go do this. And I struggle for most people then was, it was just, sometimes it's just trying to put all those priorities together, and just be able to just be able to just lean into that media alone. And it wasn't come, but it takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
So
no.
that's the one thing about media, because media does take a lot of time. Going takes a lot of time. Coming back and editing takes a lot of time. So a lot those things are just like, okay, if I'm budgeting this much time, what is coming back? And that's where, as a media person, it, it's like future. Everything you're doing now, you have to do it like you're getting the full payment. However, you're not getting the full payment because the reward is going to happen in the future. So those are the kind, you have to stay with it for the time that you're supposed to stay with it in order to get the reward.
Yeah, people actually now is more kind of like people are getting the reward now. They don't even wait anymore. That like take TikTok for example, right? People getting more the more view you get on TikTok, the more you get paid for, right? And
Yeah.
I would say, like for me, I would say that whatever job you're doing in life, if you
Mhm.
don't love it, it feels like a job. It feels so stressful to you, right?
Mhm.
I'm a healthcare like I'm in healthcare and I do PSW job. sometimes. If you don't know what PSW is, personal support worker, that's my company. So I basically scrub up sometimes when I have nobody to cover a shift for me. But because I actually really just, I've always been people's person. So it kind of like transferred into what I'm doing now, right? So if
Mhm.
you don't, people say, when I see some personal support workers here in Canada or anywhere, they'll say, oh, it's so stressful. I get it. It can be really, work can be stressful sometimes. But if you literally, if you really, really love what you do, when you're doing it, it doesn't feel like work anymore. Sometimes for me, it doesn't feel like work for me anymore because I love it. It just, it's as if I'm just doing me, just like me doing what I just, it just come effortlessly to me sometimes. So that's why I whenever whatever I'm doing, if I don't love it, I don't try to put myself into it because that's when it kind of like it ages you out. You become so old because you this is something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. So why do it if you don't like it? Because you're going to get old, you're going to be wrinkled early, and you're going to be frustrated all the time because you really don't love. Don't do anything for money. Don't don't. No amount of money is worth me doing for anything if I don't love it. I don't care how much you have to pay me, right? If I
Mhm.
have to love it first before I do it, because if I do it, if I don't love it, it makes me feel so frustrated, and I don't like to be frustrated in life. I don't like it.
Well said. Well said. Do you think, because you said TikTok, right?
Yeah,
And now, if you look at TikTok, I believe even TikTok is now leaning into making, landscape format and long format video. However, TikTok really blew up with short videos,
yeah,
15 seconds, 60 seconds. There's this speculation that for like long format, because imagine like African Connect, when we're doing African Connect, right? We were doing, like, when we go to a United Nation event, the event could last up to like 3 hours sometimes, right?
yeah.
And people like stay with those events for 3 hours. However, with the attention span now, or with what TikTok is showing, people don't want to stay with a content for more than 60 seconds. So do you think, because we're talking about the reward and things happening and people getting the reward now, do you think, because do you think that's almost like, some people put it like, that's the death of creativity, because no one really goes for being creative, no one really goes for no one really goes for documenting things as they happen. They just go for, I just want to go viral, I just want to put my 60 second out there and go viral and get paid. So authenticity and truthfulness, they just want to go viral. What do you think about that?
For me is I feel that when it comes to the entertainment industry, both Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood, I think the authenticity of those of the create, like people really create creativities has decreased over the years because of people trying to just do 1 minute and 2 minutes viral thing, right? There are people that are actually really, this is their craft, this is what they do. Storytelling, it's like movies now, going to the movies. I can't remember the last time I actually went to the movies and see a movie. I can tell you, no, I think the last movie I went to see was, I'm not trying to give them, um, I'm not going to mention anybody's, that's to do with Denzel Washington because I like him. I have to mention his name. So that was the last movie I went to see. I kind of pick the movies I go to see these days because the creativity and the really there's just something that movies used to do for me. Used to expand my mind to think of the impossibility, things that are not possible. That's what movies used to do for me. They used to think, make me expand my thinking, the way I think outside of the box and all that. They don't really do that anymore. It's just put anything out there. That's what it is, because everybody's trying to make their money now. It's all about money making and all that. And they've taken, I would say, the juice. They have taken the juice out of entertainment. They have taken the juice out of our creativity. Don't get me wrong, but there are still some people still making good movies out there, but it's just so few of them, so few movies. That's why you see that, if you for the past couple of years, you can count how many movies are really people have really been talking about. People really don't talk about movies anymore. It's just like the reality show. I can tell you that I have never seen one reality show on any platform. I have never sat down to watch any reality show. That's me, because I don't feel they are reality shows. They are just scripted. People just, I can't sit down and watch somebody just living crazy life and subscribe to it. I don't do that. I can't do that. So my own reality that I live, that I watch, is my own life. I can't sit down to watch somebody else's life. I'm sorry, I cannot do that. So he's like, they're just, I don't watch TV. That's why I kind of like gravitate towards sport more. I'm more of a sport person now, because there's nothing out there to watch for me. So instead of me wasting my time to watch something that is not real and they call it reality show, I just watch sports because that's real for me. I see them in real time, don't playing what they love to do. So going back to, if I think the creativity is actually out of whatever anybody else is doing now, because it's just about making 1 minute video and getting famous in one day or 2 days, making a little money here and there. That's what it's all about. Nothing is real anymore. Everything is most things in life now are fake. But it's so sad that our children, like me now, I will say my children, I want them to still love being creative, love something that is authentic. Authenticity is hard, it's rare to see these days. So I just hope that people are still there are more people like me that still gravitate towards something real, that still gravitate towards something just more than 30 seconds or 20-second viral videos. I don't watch it. I'm not really on TikTok that much. I have an account, but I don't remember the last time I posted a video. Not because I don't want to. It's just like I haven't had the time to say, okay, I want to be focused on social media. And it's being because if you are in the Western world, going to another country to start all over again, it takes you a while to get yourself established, especially if you really know who you are, you know what you want for yourself, what you want for your life, or there are some things that you have done before, mistakes, they say, learn from your past mistakes, right? So which I have learned from my past mistakes. I don't want to repeat whatever I did in New York, in America, to follow me into Canada. So I want to build something that will be lasting for my children. I want to build a generational wealth for my children that they will pass on to their own children. So I haven't really had time to sit on internet to no. So it's been hands-on work for me there and here and there. So basically we're still here. We're still pushing it. Hopefully we get back to what we love again. So I don't know if you can hear me. I can't hear you anymore. I think he's having a technical issue, if I am correct, because I can hear him. Can you hear me? Okay, so he said we are live on YouTube, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start all and still keep talking because he's having technical issue on his own side. So for those of you who are watching, um watching me and watching us from YouTube. My name is Dapo Dede, and I live in Canada, Niagara Falls to be precise. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful city. Um, everything is here in Canada in Niagara Falls. Um, so if you're ever in Canada, you want to see more Canada has to offer. Yeah, just click on the video, send me a message, and say, "Oh, hey, girl, I'm in Canada. What's your city has to offer? I can show you around." And Niagara Falls is known for their wine. We are country, it's a country city. We're a country of wine. We have great wines in Canada, in Niagara Falls, and we have great sceneries, great things to do as well. Not just wine, but yeah, basically mostly is wine. So I love my wine as well. So he's back because you said you're going to be right back, and you said we are live on YouTube. I have been talking and not stop.
I heard.
What?
Yeah, we want to keep the audience just hanging in there.
What did you say?
So we don't want to keep the
Yeah, I've just been talking and talking my butt off, telling them about Niagara Falls, about how we are known for our wine and all that. So yeah,
cool. So, you were saying something about creativity, and you said something about you still appreciate the love of creativity, especially if it's the good things that take time. But now we have artificial intelligence, and we were talking about TikTok being 60 seconds of fame and 60 seconds of creation and whatever. But AI now doesn't even require 60 seconds. AI is just like a voice prompt. So, what do you think the impact of that will be on trying to raise creative people, more creatives in this current day and age? Because there is really like the urge to create. It's there. People can't go through the process anymore because because I have some people that I work with, and they said something like, "Oh, if they're writing essay, they just go to ChatGPT and try the essay for them, and they submit their essay, and they do one or two editing." So I was in my head, I was like, "Wait, when we were writing essay, we would write it from the scratch with our bare hands and everything, and those people now they just use ChatGPT, and the essay looks good when you read it. So over time, they will keep doing 4 years straight." But then at the end of 4 years, they won't really know how to go through the motion to like really carve out something authentic. But artificial intelligence and the authenticity that you spoke about, and how do you think that might affect things, in the future? I know this is
I think nobody. That's why nobody's paying attention anymore to anybody. If you see what the world is turning into, you have more of fake people out there, fake friends, everything is nothing is authentic anymore. Because imagine, I understand everything in life has the downside and the upside, right? ChatGPT has the upside of it. Like, it can help you kind of like get something faster. Like, I have used it. I have used it before, and whenever I use it, I go back again, and there are some things that it say that there's some things that it tells me about what I'm trying to do and what I want, and I kind of like, it sounds so to me it sounds so really big. I don't know. There is no me in it. Sometimes I don't see me in it. So I go and edit it again and make it my own. Just an idea. I think people have depended on this thing so much that it's taking everything about them out of it. I don't know if you get me. It's like
Mhm.
nobody sounds, even dating. take dating for example. People put somebody's picture and trying to fake that that's them who they are, or a filter, use filter for to make you look all more beautiful. It's just everything in life. You can go back to everything in life is just not genuine anymore. Imagine now, go back now, something that is I kind of I think what really made me take a step back from the social media, especially when it comes to women's body. We used to have a pride in our body. Women used to have a pride in the body, and especially those women that have hips like me, they have butt like me, and um before, like I would say 15 years ago, 16 years ago, I still remember people like looking at me and like what kind of, making fun of my ass, literally, and looking at me some type of way, you know. It just took one person to come out with a fake ass. Everybody started doing the same thing. Do you understand what I mean? Everything in life is fake. Nothing is genuine. Nobody's genuine. You want to a child of 19 years old want to write exam in school has to depend on ChatGPT to write their exam for them. So I don't really know where we are going with this. Like, I still just believe that there are still people out there in this world that will still like want the original things, want the real things of life, want to still sit down to it and say, no, I want something genuine. There's still people like that. But to be honest, I really don't know where we're going from here. I really don't know.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because there are people who want it.
Yeah,
However, they can't beat the speed at which ChatGPT.
GBT, yeah, yeah, it's giving,
They,
yeah,
no matter how good you are, no matter how creative you are, you can't beat the speed because it takes them seconds.
yep,
And doing something creative like graphic design, I remember, and you saw how long PowerPoint the other day, right?
yeah,
There's this AI system that you just type in the word and it will create that same PowerPoint, if not much more better, in like 3 minutes,
hmm,
and you have the whole. So there are people who can do it who are willing to. It's just they can't beat the speed of technology or
yeah,
artificial intelligence,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the be the downside for those for people like that because someone else AI or ChatGPT can easily submit their stuff or deliver as soon as possible while you're still trying to be creative and everything, but like three times of the project. And they might even get away with So for me, it's just kind of like very technical, you know. Um, but yeah, you were about dating. Yeah, on on online dating as well, who take for example, yeah.
Oh, don't go to online dating. Don't.
They said created their, they created their dating bio, their dating profile using AI.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
talk to them, you're not really talking to the person, you're talking to something crafted by.
Something really fake. And the worst part of it is, how do somebody put somebody else's picture on a profile, on a dating profile? You don't love yourself. You don't love who you are. You don't know who you are. Then you don't love yourself for you to create another picture and using filter. There's just so much in this. There's so much in this generation that, whew, when you look at it, you're like, oh my, you can't even catch up anymore. For me, it's like, that's why I kind of like, it's taking me a while to want to even do anything social media, because you can't catch up anymore. The way the world is changing in a fast pace, like, I don't know if I would say for good. And especially, this is to I was listening to one pastor the other day, and there was a girl that wanted to sing in his church, the choir, and she was from Zimbabwe. And this
Mhm.
girl, she has this. this African, she's like an African woman. When she got up, you will know she's an African woman. It's not the
Mhm.
fake one you see, no, not the Nollywood you see now, or the fake Nollywood girls now. No, this was real African woman. When she stood up, you know, like from her voice, from the way she dressed, from her hair, everything was genuine. And for you to understand how that people are looking at African girls and like, what is that? Even the pastor was a white man. I thought the pastor was going to get in trouble. Even the pastor said, "Oh, thank God that there are still some women that still look like African women because the ones we are seeing now, we don't even know what they look like anymore." Like everybody started laughing. I started laughing about it because it's true. When you see before, there's this distinct future African women had. We had this authentic, distinct future we had with ourselves and the way we talk, the way we carry ourselves. But I think in an effort to look like all this um, Nollywood people, they kind of altered their life, altered what God has given them, and I don't, I don't know. Just
Sounds
sad.
good.
It's just
Yeah.
sad. But to think that there are other young girls, that's kind of my fear. And that's what I kind of like I've been trying to talk to my friends about, to think that there are so many young girls in so many villages in Africa looking up to all these girls, thinking that's the way life is, that's the style, that's the way we're supposed to be doing. And they are literally going, these children are doing all sort of things to be like their role models. Do you understand? To alter
Mhm.
their self and to buy, it's all about flashy, flashy in, especially in my beautiful country, Nigeria. The rate, the girls, I that will be another day topic, not today, because
I haven't been.
that
I
is
haven't been.
that will be another day talk because my Nigerian girls, I don't know, I don't know. That is another day talk. So because this is just our first kind of like our first attempt
Mhm.
to do podcast. So I hope people are going to enjoy us for a long time to come because
Yeah.
this is it's a safe space. It's a safe space to talk about what is really genuine in life now. What do you see that is genuine that you kind of connect with? And I know that so many people will say, "Oh, there's so many things going wrong in the world that there are still some few people that know that this is not the way to go." The more people speak up, the more, uh, especially women. I was always say, especially women. I know we celebrate women a lot. Women this, women that, women this. I'm a woman, but I see so much that we women we have kind of lowered our standard in so many ways. Before you say Jack Robinson, I know you say my body, my pride, my body, my pride. Forget that thing. My body, my pride don't have to mean that you have to. It's so quick for us to take off our pants these days. It's so quick for women to take off their shirts. I don't. I'm trying to. Sometimes I kind of like. I want to know what the come on. No, no, my pride, my body, my I mean, forget that thing. It's too much. We'll revisit that because no, 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 nah, we'll revisit that one day. So anyway, are you enjoying this?
Honestly, I want us to. I like the way it's going, and be one, and we're still just kind of like getting a hang of how everything's gonna be laid out. I think it's going
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So, and this is just for like this is the first, like we said before, this is the first episode of the podcast. And if you like genuine, I would say no, I don't know if I would call it genuine. You like the authenticity of life. You want us to like people to be genuine in life, to restore that what it means to have a voice that is not just a voice to just talk nonsense. not just nonsense, to basically influence how life is supposed to. Not for every. This is not for everybody. Everybody's not gonna like me. Not gonna like you. Not gonna like this podcast. But
Mhm.
we have to restore some dignity back to life again. It's so much going on. It's so much going on in life that you kind of pull your hair when you see some things in life. You kind
Yeah.
of like everybody just is all about money. I
Yeah.
know the world is so the financial status in life of this generation is so high. The rate of living now is so high. This is not the way we used to live back in 2015. In 2015, yeah, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But still,
Yeah.
there are still some people working hard with their hands, still
Hmm.
working hard and making the moolah that don't
Hmm.
have to take off their shirt or pants or want to dance, turn their ass in 1 minute and start shaking. Blah, 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 blah.
I
There are
think,
still some women.
yeah, it's a lot.
There's a
I,
whole lot going on that sometimes you, as a woman, you kind of close your eyes. You don't know what to do with sometimes I don't even want to go. I don't even want to check any. That's why I am not on social media. It's just a whole lot of nonsense.
and it's something that if the moment you start and your personality is attached to what you put out there, you have to keep doing it. And that's why people end up doing so much against their morals because they've started and they just don't know how to stop instead of just putting that into it.
Yeah, maybe they started, they got it, and especially now, that's another thing. Somebody was telling me if you don't like, you have a. Somebody told me one day, you have your body. If I get, I'm gonna say it in pidgin English. If I get your kind of body, I thought they make millions. I'm like, I was confused. Like,
But
I make millions. I make money, but it's not with my body. My body is my pride. I came. If you don't naked, you're not going to get more. You have to get more likes if you get naked. You get more
yeah,
likes.
yeah.
Or it shouldn't be that way.
But
But
for example, now if you look at, I know you've heard of OnlyFans. You know, ladies that do OnlyFans,
yeah, yeah.
and like I know OnlyFans, and she makes up to like $30,000 in 1 week. So they're like, wait, I can make this kind of money. Let me just do it for 2 years. And then I'll go into another business where I don't have to sell. However, what they forget is we live in this internet era where anyone can look up your picture anytime. If you want to like do anything, you want to run for an office, you want to go for a CEO, anyone can just look up your picture and just find, oh, look at you. This is you. We can't have you in this kind of position,
For
you
most
know?
of those, most of I will say more like yeah, I will take the last election, the last US election for an example. I will use that as an example now. The last US election, people like from my perspective, people were just debating why Kamala Harris lost her election. I was
Hmm.
laughing, but because why I was laughing about it because it was like there was so much mistake. Like I wasn't in her camp, but watching from outside if people still think that everybody is just so not like that. Nobody, it's not everybody that is still crazy. There are still some serious people out there. There are still some people that know what is right and wrong, right? It's
Hmm.
just like her last campaign when she was campaigning. If you look at the A-listers, people that were coming to campaign for her, there was a day. I'm not saying anything wrong is wrong with Cardi B, right? But as a mother and as a sister, I'm not a mother yet, soon to be mother, but if I wanted my children to listen to somebody that is campaigning for somebody that is going to be a president, I don't want it to be Cali. I'm sorry. No, I wouldn't want it to be her. You know,
Hmm.
that girl literally, everybody has seen how her pussy is, her ass is, her everything is. And
Hmm.
I don't want that to be my child's role model. I'm sorry. And the day she came out to campaign, I was somewhere in the falls with a group of people. doing listening to the campaign, when she brought her out, I saw the kind of mood. These are men. Oh, I saw the mood kind of shifted when she was talking. They were all looking at with a disgust on their faces. Like, are you kidding me? This is who you are bringing to be a spokesperson for you. He made so much. She made a lot of mistake thinking that all these A-list that she was bringing in, they were going to help her win the election. Just imagine, Donald Trump didn't have a lot of A-listers campaign for him. This woman had a lot of celebrity lined up that has a lot of fans in the
Mhm.
US that could vote for her to win, but she still lost. So the moral of that people are not saying is that she she was tagging the wrong people for herself, the people that nobody want to associate them, their children with. Carly
Mhm.
B was the like Mega the Stallion came to perform doing like that. I'm like, what? That it was so ratchet. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? That is,
Yeah.
there are some things that they see. There are some moments in life that are serious. It calls for seriousness. But these are what so many women, so many girls don't know. You know, yeah, you can be that person doing like you can, but your s- your span of life is just very short. You don't really have a vision to be more than that. You understand? There are
Mhm.
some people that know you can't. You just there are some things you want to do in life that you just cannot be. If you want to be there are some serious things you want to do in life that you cannot associate yourself with some type of way, some type of people.
Yeah.
Or if you think there is nothing more to you, this is all you can be in life, you're just going to be, yeah, you're free to do whatever you want to do in life. She made a lot of mistakes, like putting the videos I was seeing I'm not saying I'm not against gay. I'm not against gay. I do whatever that pleases you. But
Mhm.
don't put in my face. Don't try to make me um subscribe to your way of life.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna force you to love me. I'm not gonna force you to love my lifestyle. Don't do the same to me. I saw so many of her videos that young boys that would be doing makeup, talking about campaigning for her. They are doing who there are so many people that don't want their young children, young boys to be doing makeup. It's not everybody that want that lifestyle. So coming back to um OnlyFans women, they don't really I don't think they have ever really put any pride or dignity in themselves, or have a long span of this is what I want my life to be. You can't
Mhm.
go from there, and unless only God can forgive you. You understand? God
Yeah.
forgives, but human beings don't forget. They don't forgive like that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you're a Christian, you do anything, God will forgive you. But you see,
Mhm.
human beings, they will use that to judge you for the rest
Yep.
of your life. You see what I
Yeah.
mean? That will
Yep.
follow you for the rest of your life. Human beings are not gone, so it's a different ball game now. So that is all they wanted to be in life, and that's what they are doing. I don't. They are making people. Somebody will hear them now and say $30,000 they are making in one week. Oh my God, what is $30,000, honey? That is nothing. You
Mhm.
can do a genuine job and still make that as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
True. True. Yeah, I think it's just them not thinking about what happens down the line. Because if
yeah,
you think
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but anyway,
out now,
I think we have
yeah,
we have to leave it here for today, right?
yeah, they, um, especially for like a test run, whatever. Um, but now we have, and the only figure out is how to do like the setup for because we're gonna go through some videos and then we'll all right, so we just need to have a setup whereby we can preview those videos and then we just talk around those videos.
Okay.
But for now, we have a link to 2 people, and we just keep working with this layout. And then I think we should meet sometime during the week just to test
But
run the layout.
you're live on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's live on YouTube. I sent you a link to the live thing on YouTube.
Okay, we could talk about this later after.
Listen, it's a I'm saying on YouTube now. I'm just gonna leave it, but then after a while I'll take it down.
No problem. Okay, you're gonna
Yeah,
take it down later.
yeah, I'm gonna take it down later, maybe like tomorrow or something. I'll take it. I'm
That's the only dance I can do.
listen. That's good.
But this
Uh,
was absolutely this was fun, and yeah, this was fun.
so on this every Saturday, um, yeah, you have a layout for your setup and everything. I have my own too, and then we just meet every Saturday. We just do something. Like I said, we're gonna incorporate to this is the reaction videos now.
Okay.
All right now. All right, we'll talk later. This was fun. Nice talking to you. I believe
Same
audience.
here. Same here. How do I see how when I want to? Okay, I'm gonna call you later. Bye.
All right now. Take care now. All right.
Bye.